Are you struggling to get gems inside of Pet Simulator 99? Well, fear not, because I am here and I am going to take away that fear of never being able to afford a deer. But no, seriously, these are all of the best methods that a lot of people still use to this day for getting as many gems as possible. Some of these methods are a little bit old, but they still work perfectly fine. But this is the updated version of all of the best methods to get as many gems as possible so you can finally afford that shiny new huge pet. This one is probably one of the most obvious ones, but it does work very well. I do it literally every week. But every time a new update comes out, they usually add some kind of new gift. And within the very first day of those gifts being out, they usually sell for a lot of gems. And now specifically this week in this update, it was super easy to actually make these gifts, where all you had to do was come open a bunch of these loot boxes, and then eventually you would get these tropical flowers. And then once you have enough, you come over to this summer machine and you could turn them into gifts. Now right now they're not worth a ton because it's already been a few days, but they're still not worth terrible. So you can come in here, get these real quick, real easy, and you could make a few million gems off of these. But like I said, if you take advantage when updates first come out, they do this every week. There's a new gift, you get as many of them as you can and just sell them as fast as you can, and you will be making a decent amount of gems every week just by doing that. Now this just might be the easiest one to do. It is going to take a little bit of time because it's a little slow, but in World 1 area number 54, you unlock this new flower garden right here. And when you go inside, you walk into a greenhouse where you are allowed to plant plants, and you can choose which one you plant, but the main ones we're doing here is obviously the diamond plant seeds. And when you put it inside the pod, it takes 2.5 hours to make it, unless you use the instant plant capsules. You can come over here, pressing on this, you can use the capsule, and then you can walk over to whatever plant you want and you can instantly grow the seed, and there we go, it's fully ready. But here's the catch. When you pick up the diamonds, you can either get anywhere between 30,000 and 60,000 gems. And not everybody's going to have as many as I do, so if you're going to go and buy them, one plant seed for the diamonds is 3.7 thousand, and if you add that with the instant plant capsule, this is an extra 20,000. So if you were gonna buy one of each, it would cost about 23,000 gems in total. And then like I just said a minute ago, you are guaranteed at least 30,000 gems when you use both of them. So you're making at least a 7,000 gem profit every time you do it. And you could also get to that 60,000 gem, making over 30,000 gems profit each time. And sometimes you don't even have to spend gems to buy the items, because at this garden merchant, sometimes he can stock the diamond seeds and the instant plant capsules in here, so I recommend just buying these out if you have enough gems and you're willing to sacrifice just a few hundred. It's really not that much. Get this guy leveled up, and then yeah, look, it literally refreshes every 1 minute and 30 seconds, so you could do this quite often, and then you won't really be losing any gems. It's just strict profit. But the one thing I will say about this is sometimes these instant plant capsules do jump up in value. They'll go for like 30 to 40,000 each, and then I think that's when the method doesn't really work as well. So if you're watching this a little bit later, it's been a few weeks since this video has been posted, I'd make sure you're checking for the price of these things so that you're not actually doing it wrong and losing value instead of gaining. But this is easily one of the best methods. I've been doing this one for months, so there you go. Inside of Tech World Zone 143, you unlock the claw machine. And when you go inside, you have a small chance to find a pink egg. Now it looks like I didn't get it on this one, but it doesn't matter because all you have to do is leave the game. And once you join back, just launch yourself back over there. And then you have another chance to find a pink egg. Now they are kind of rare because they are the hardest ones to get, but if you do it enough, you will get these. I've done this again many times. I have gotten so many gems from doing this method. I cannot find one though. I'm just gonna keep trying until I get one. Usually it takes not this long. And there we go. Literally just the next one, I already got a pink egg, and there's possibly a chance there could be two in there. There's not, but okay. Now for this method, you need one of these. Well, you're gonna need more than one because you're probably not gonna get it first try. I never do, but one of these tokens is only 11,000 gems. So you can go spend like 100,000 gems, you get like 10 of of the tokens, and then once you get this pink egg, hopefully I can get it. I hate when they're against the wall. It's so hard to get them like this, but it's possible I might. Okay, I did not get it. Well, at least I still got gems from it. I got the gem gift bag. I don't know how many it gives me, but it'll give me something. Big diamond loot bag. Yeah, it doesn't say how many I got, but it doesn't matter. I can spend another token and try to go for this egg again, and just hope that this time it at least put. Oh, I got it. There we go. Only 2 tokens, so 22,000 gems I just spent to get this egg, and you're about to see in a second that this egg is worth 960,000. Just like that, I made a 1 million gem profit. Right here you could see 11.6 thousand each for 1 token. I spent 2, so that's around 13ish thousand, not 13, 23,000 gems. But then I got this arcade egg again, 960,000 each. So I easily just made like 950,000 gems, almost a million, and it took less than 5 minutes. You do this, you get about 20 of those eggs, you're easily making around 15 to 20ish million gems. And with how huge pets are now, yeah, these things, look, this one is only 10.8 million gems. You could get that so easy, and I'm sure there's probably even cheaper ones. I just can't find which one it might be. Right here, the huge Easter lamb is only worth 8.6 million. You do this, literally you get 10 of these eggs and you are easily going to be able to afford this. I highly recommend this method. I've done this one so many times as well. It's so good. So we're back in world number 1. In zone 58, there is this little castle, well, not little, probably decent sized castle that you can go inside of for 1 secret key, which costs 17.6 thousand gems. But when you use the key and you enter the building, you are greeted with a crystal key spin wheel, or winny spinny whatever, yeah. And now the easiest one to get is a 40% chance, which gives you 1 key that is worth 10,000. So yes, you are losing a little bit of profit, but as you can see, there's a 20% chance, which is just a little bit harder to get, but it's really not that hard. And this is 30,000 gems, which is about double the profit for what you spent when you came in here. But you could also land on a 9%, which gives you 100,000 gems back, which is one of the most ones that I usually catch myself landing on. You could also get super lucky, land on 1%, and get 50 keys worth 500,000 gems. That is insane profit. You are making over 450,000. You're making over 500,000 gems, actually. But then there is a super unlucky chance to land on one of the 15s where you only get half of a key, which this is worth 200 gems and this is worth 11,000 gems. So I mean, I guess this one's not too terrible, but yeah, this one is really terrible. 200 gems. But now that I'm in here, I can spin it and hopefully get lucky. Am I gonna? Okay, look, 20%. There we go. I just doubled my profit from what I spent to get in here, and I can just keep doing it over and over again. It spawns me back outside. I come back up here, use a key, walk in, and now I'm already up in value. So even if I get something bad on here, I'm still gonna be about neutral or whatever. And of course, I would get the 200 gem value one. Okay, yeah, I'm about even now. So hopefully on my next one, I get lucky. But it's not looking like that's the case. At least it's the 11,001. But you know, just keep doing this over and over again. Eventually, you will land on one of the more expensive ones, and you will make a ton of profit. I've done this one again, also multiple times. I've made decent amount of gems off of here. So if you want to go for this, go right ahead. Okay, now for one of the best ones, the one that I've done the most. The only problem with this one is it is in Void World, so it's going to take a minute to get here probably. But over here at the Void spinning wheel, it costs 1 ticket to spin it, and one of them is worth 28.9 thousand gems. But if you come over here, there's a 50% chance to land on 100,000, and this can get all the way up to 400,000, so you're going to make a ton of profit. And especially with how high the chances to get this one compared to all the other methods, this is one that I land on this 90% of the time. So I'll go ahead and I'll spin, and I don't know if I actually didn't even land on it this time. Wow, that's kind of embarrassing, but you can just keep doing it. Like here we go, we don't have anything here, so what we can do is the same thing as the claw method. If you just leave and rejoin, it completely resets it, and there we go. Literally just one time leaving, I still have the same amount of tickets, 929, and and it's 200,000 this time. So if I land on that, hopefully, please game, oh my, this is so unlucky. It is literally a 50% chance and I'm not getting it. What is this luck? I'm trying again. The gems are back. It's only 100,000 times, or 100,000 gems this time, but it's still gems. I'm not complaining. No, no, no way, dude. What is going on right now? Oh my, and I forgot about this. There's even a huge pet in here. Now, I'm going to say I have never landed on this, not even once. And only 4,000 of these exist after it being in the game for so long. So it might be kind of rare, but I'm just going to go for it. Clearly, my luck has been giving me all the good stuff. I was about to say, if I land on the 50% now, we're going to have a problem. But nope, no huge. Sad. Here we go. We got another 200,000 gems on the board. Game, please don't do this to me. Give me, there we go, 200,000 gems. I already just made a profit. I spent what, it was like 4 or 5 tickets. They're worth 28,000 each, so I probably spent around 110, 120,000 gems and instantly just made 200 back. You can fail that many times and still be up. This is why this method is one of the main ones I've always done. I've probably made around 50 million gems in total off of just the spinning. Honestly, I'd say probably more in total throughout all the times I've done it. Or you could even do the exact same thing inside of World 4 at the fantasy spinning wheel, which it's the same thing. One of the tickets is worth just 47,000 gems, and I can instantly make a 300,000 gems right off of it. Hopefully I get lucky. Yeah, there we go. I'm getting even luckier in here than I was in World 3. I just use World 3 more because this event or this area just came out, so I haven't really had as much time to be in here. And also, as you can see, I have way less tickets in here. So if you want to just buy tickets, then go for these tickets because you can have a chance to make more profit off of this one, but the choice is all yours. Just again, it is a little time consuming having to leave and rejoin when there's nothing there, so that part is a little bit annoying. So if you don't want to do it because of that, I completely understand, but there's a whole bunch of other methods for you that I just showed, so there you go. Those are all of the best methods that I've seen and also done myself over the past few months. I'll make another updated video in like a month or so in case anything changes, but usually it doesn't. So please don't forget to like the video and also subscribe if you enjoyed. Just keep coming back because I'm gonna just hit the buttons, please. Thank you. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss any more uploads. But yeah, I'm out of here. Goodbye. See you later.